Okay, YouTube. Welcome to my channel. My name is Kimber, and I couldn't think of anything to machine other than Woody's nuts, which I have just under 100 now, and wanted to polish them, knock the sharp edges off, and I went through several processes with a rock tumbler from Harbor Freight. Bottom line, I think I got the greatest result. I got a good result with the abrasive accessory pack that came. I think the greatest difference was adding some Palmolive dish soap. You're soaking in it. And before that, I was burnishing it. I mean, they were turning really dark, and I came up, I think, with a solution. At least something that's acceptable to me. And what we have here is ground corn cobs. And two of these have been through the corn cob process, and I marked the other side of them, but I can pick them out, no problem. There's probably not a great difference, but these two here are the ones that went through the ground corn cob process, along with these items on the left, which used to resemble these items on the right. And I tumbled them with the corn cob and these 1/4-inch dowel pins, which came out very nice as well. So I'm going to throw all Woody's nuts in there with some 1/4-inch dowels and some ground up corn cobs and let it run for 24 hours. Well, you know what? I have a good example of what these look like in my initial tumbling here. Forgot I had some old examples. Yeah. I think you can see the difference there. But when I introduced the ivory soap with the metal abrasive, it got the brightness back. And the corn cob seemed to help quite a bit to bringing back the bright. I mean, this piece here, you know, looked about like this piece. So I went back in the bigger part of the garage. So I went in the other part of the garage looking for something to do, and I grabbed this plastic bin, which was full of this. And, you know, projects just started blooming in my mind. The center punch, optical center punch came to mind when I'm looking at these pieces. They're already hardened, they're center punches. I could build an optical viewer around that, or I could, you know, start from scratch and harden the stuff myself. I mean, just 1 or 2 pieces, no big deal. There's a little piece of threaded rod I missed. A few items of, maybe not of note, but these little arbors here, they take about an inch long sanding. It's just sandpaper rolled up into a tight coil, you know, looks like this, and you just slip it on there. And I saw boxes of that sandpaper, the emery abrasive rolls, being thrown out at one point when someone was cleaning my dad's garage. So I cursed myself for that. That's some threaded knobs there, a little nut and bolt, some type of at least some percentage of silver in that spoon. These are interesting. These are marked. They are 1/2 inch for checking the diameters, I guess. It says M93 1/2 inch. This is A93 1/2 inch. And I have a 1/2 inch pin here, but it's just too dirty to go through there. But this will certainly makes a very good fit. Who knows, right? So we'll surely come up with something. If anything, I'm learning a bit. There was also some go, no-go. Well, actually, they're just go pins. So this one here is, I can't read what it says, but it's marked, engraved on what the diameter is there in tenths. This is something I just learned from Joe Pye. If you got a piece with a shoulder on it going into a V-block, and that little insert there is just something that I happen to have from other boxes I acquired. There's another one that's slightly too big to work in that V-block. But, you know, this is an example of something, you know, I've had all along, never knew what it did, and now I can see a practical use for it. I can't seem to put my eyes on these other things. I did, kind of embarrassing. I bought this table when I first got interested in machining. And this is what this is what I've been reduced to, you know, wishing I owned a mill. And this material is actually pretty hard to machine, but I did get it's pretty hard to see too. I did get a dovetail cut in there. Here's the dovetail cutter. It's a Brown and Sharp, I believe. And here's some of the other cutters I played with. Alright, I need some help. I need to know what this carriage looks like on the back. I know I can take it off and look at it, but when I do, it's going to be wrong. There's a piece that cradles the bottom of the lead screw underneath it. And then there's the top piece, which you slam down. Well, the way this thing is set up now, that part that cradles it is nowhere in play. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's nowhere near the lead screw. The first time I took this off, I had to take this bracket off and slide it out. And now I can just loosen up these two nuts, cap head screws, and pull that thing straight off. So I need to know how that thing really works. I don't think I can display this video.